Welcome back, guys. I'm BP with another first impression video. Today we are taking a look at precision farming for Farming Simulator 25. This is an exciting mod. It's much anticipated. There have been some changes from Precision Farming 2.0 that we had in Farm Sim 22 to the new release of Precision Farming 3.0 in Farming Simulator 25. We're going to give you guys a quick overview and guide so that you can jump right into your gameplay tonight and know how to implement the new precision farming. Let's take a look at the Precision Farming Help menu, give us a quick overview of what is come back as a feature and what is new. We have the same 4 soil types we had in previous versions: loamy sand, sandy loam, loam, and silty clay. The soil sampling is following the same path it did in Farming Simulator 22. You have the Iceria Scout for manual soil sampling. You drive around the field, take your samples, send them off to the lab for a small fee, and they send you back your soil map with all of the data. Additionally, you can also purchase the entire field's worth of soil data without using the Iceria Scout. So just like it was in Farming Simulator 22, the return of the pH value and nitrogen value rather than having a field that needs lime or needs an application or 2 applications of fertilizer. This now takes it back to the specific levels required for each type of soil. So the pH level, once you have your field and soil data, will be applied automatically using your lime spreader to reach the optimal level. The same applies to your nitrogen value, so you no longer have to do the double application that we did prior to having precision farming. It will read each soil type and apply the appropriate amount of fertilizer, whether that's manure, slurry, liquid fertilizer, or solid fertilizer. The sensors on the machine will read and apply the appropriate amount. Just like we had in previous versions, you have the Iceria Pro active sensor that mounts to the front of the tractor and actively senses the ground as you're driving and will apply at all growth stages of the crop. We also have the Iceria Compact, which is hard mounted on the tractor, just like it was in Farm Sim 22, that only reads the ground and the crop once the crop is in its first growth stage, and then will apply the same precision amount of nitrogen to the field as needed. We have our yield maps, which function in the same way they did previously. Variable seed rate makes a return so that each crop type has a different seed rate for each type of soil, and the planters or your seeders will automatically sense that once you have your soil data and apply the right amount of seed. A really exciting feature that I'm glad is back is the weed control via spot spraying. This is an additional feature you can add on to implements that have it enabled. We'll go through the shop menu and show you guys that that works just the same way it did previously. An exciting new addition is the pulse width modulation, the PWM. This applies to your nitrogen application when using liquid fertilizer. So the pulse width modulation is a technology that enables the sprayers to control the application rate of each nozzle individually. The rate is controlled by switching the nozzle on and off in a specific cycle. With this system, the sprayer can apply a more precise application rate across the entire field. The application rate remains at the set target value, especially in curved sections and at variable speeds. Below, you can see a comparison with the system and without. So the left is it without the PWM system active, and the nitrogen has been added to the field, but appears to be a little bit splotchy. There's a little bit of overlapping. There's some areas that look like they've been over-fertilized, some areas that may have been missed a little bit because they were on a curve, and the outside part of the boom was working at a different speed than the inside part. And then on your right image there, you have a much smoother application that is based entirely on the soil type of the field and maximizing the nitrogen value for that specific soil type. So this is a really cool addition to precision farming in Farm Sim 25. Another new addition is the ability to add tram lines. Tramlines are the field paths that are used while driving on the field if the crops have already grown a bit higher. For example, if you apply fertilizer with your sprayer to not damage any crops while driving on the field, those paths are already left clear during seeding. With the Precision Farming DLC, you can now generate nice tramlines as well. After defining the working width of your sprayer, the seeder is automatically generating the tramlines. The sprayer working width can be defined in the Precision Farming map screen. Just click on the field and select Tramlines button below the field infos. So this is a really cool feature. You're going to be able to set your sprayer working width at the time of seeding a field, and it will automatically work in tram lines so that you can bring your implement and your tractor onto the field during later growth stages of the crop and have tram lines set up to the proper width so you can reach every aspect of your field. This is going to be a really cool addition to the game. We have the manure nitrogen sensor, which we had previously. This will be implemented on different slurry sprayers as they get updated. There are a couple in the base game, or there's at least one that comes in the DLC that has that. Your crop sensors for your nitrogen fertilization, we already went through. We have the return of the Iceria Pro Active, and then we have the Iceria Pro Compact. The big difference there is just whether they work before the first growth stage of the crop. Your environmental score remains the same, will be based on multiple factors, including how the field is prepared, fertilization levels, lime levels, and all those factors coming together. You'll have individual scores for each field and an overall score for your farm. There's an economic analysis field, which tells you how much money you're making on each field, how much money you've spent. This looks to be exactly the same as it was in previous versions of Precision Farming. And then lastly, an exciting new feature is the cover crop subsidy. Planting a cover crop like oilseed radish on your field during winter can earn you subsidies of up to $200 or pounds, whatever monetary unit you're using, per hectare or acre. To qualify, ensure the field remains covered through February. Cover crops increase soil organic matter and improve soil fertility by capturing excess nutrients after a crop is harvested. They also raise soil moisture holding capacity, help prevent soil erosion, limit nutrient runoff, and reduce soil compaction. So that is the update on Precision Farming for Farming Simulator 25. We're going to jump in and try out a couple pieces of equipment. Before we do that, I want to jump into the DLC and show you what came with it. We have the Iceria Scout, which functions just the same as it did in previous versions. The Iceria Pro Active again returns and is the same. We get 2 John Deere sprayers. The interesting thing about these is, in addition to having the See and Spray technology for weeds, which limits the amount of herbicide you're using on a field, you also have the pulse width modulation, which will enable the correct application of fertilizer during different speeds and in cornering. So that is on both of the sprayers that we got with this pack. We have the See and Spray and the pulse width modulation. Lastly, we have the WPS TA25 Profi line slurry spreader, and it has the proprietary John Deere manure sensing system that you can add. That is a $10,000 option, and that will modulate the slurry, which does not have a set consistency, to ensure you reach the optimal level of nitrogen on the field at all times based on your soil type and the consistency of the slurry. So that's the equipment that comes with the DLC. Some exciting stuff. Let's jump into our Deutz over here, which has our Iceria Scout on it. This opens up just like the previous one, may even be the same animation. What's exciting here, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and turn my HUD back on so you guys can see everything. What's exciting here is if you look down at the map, we have the same round area of that it reads when you put it down. But I want to show you guys, look how fast. Here we go, I'll start it now. It goes down, it reads, and it comes right back up. It is, to me at least, seems faster than the previous version. So you drive around, you grab your different soil samples. When you get to another area, you come back here, go ahead and hit another sample, I think they sped this up quite a bit compared to Precision Farming 2.0, which is great. We can raise that back up, fold that, and when that's ready, the soil samples you send off to the lab with Y. The soil samples are now sent to the laboratory for analysis. You will see the results on the soil type map soon. So I think that is exactly the same as we had in previous versions, so no changes there. We will jump into our John Deere, and let's go ahead and get him set up. I'm going to switch him over and show you guys the PWM application rate. So let's change out what's in here, put liquid fertilizer in. We'll jump back to the menu. The precision farming menu is exactly where it was before. You go to your PDA, work your way all the way over, and you get to your precision farming menu here. I'm going to go out just a little bit more. We're going to purchase the soil information for this field. This function works exactly the same as it did previously. And now we will unfold our sprayer. We will unfold our Iceria Pro Active. And what I want to do here real quick, I'm going to jump out and let's get a crop in this field real quick. Let's just make it wheat. No weeds, plowed. We don't want any application on the ground, and we're going to, let's see, growth state. Let's go with invisible for right now. So that is planted, and as you guys can see in the bottom right hand corner, we are on wheat. It is growing, it needs lime, it needs plowing. So we'll come in here. You guys can see I did a little bit of testing earlier with the fertilizer sprayer. So let's come over to a new area on this side of the field. We'll go ahead and turn on the sprayer, and you can see that PWM system working right now. So even if I turn, it's not a constant application. Each nozzle is being controlled individually and making sure that each part of the field is getting to the optimal level based on the soil type and the crop in question. So that's really cool. No more splotchy nitrogen maps. That is really nice. Let's turn that off. And now I just want to check and see. We'll leave him here. I'm going to go jump into the Kubota, and without the first growth stage, the compact Iceria readers, which I'll show you on the Kubota here real quick, they're up here on the mirrors just like they were before, one on each side. Now they claim this is not going to work. Now I have forced the wheat into the ground and not letting it grow, so it may sense it, but we'll hook up and we'll see what it says about the PWM system working with the Iceria compact sensors. So we jump over here, connect up real quick, and yeah, I think it's going to read it regardless. Yeah, it is, because the wheat is growing. So if it can sense the crop, it will set it down. The animation is great with each individual nozzle spraying. This is exciting stuff and a really nice change to the application of liquid fertilizer within precision farming. So let's go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to jump out and let's just check the weed application as well. So let's change our field. We'll make the wheat green and small. We'll give it some weeds as well, small and alive. Maybe we get them a little bigger, small, dense, and alive. There we go. We can see the weeds now. So you can see them in the field. Jump back into the Kubota. Let's switch back over to herbicide. And we have the spot sprayer on this John Deere as well. So when we turn that on, yeah, we're getting that same nice individual spray when it sees a weed. So it's not spraying the whole area. It's using very little herbicide. So the see and spray technology is back. The animation looks good. and it appears to function just exactly the same as it did last time. So I think the last thing we're going to do, let's go ahead, turn that off, disconnect. Let's run over to our slurry sprayer and just see what we have going on here. I may have to run and grab the actual drop hose setup for this. So give me just 1 second. We'll get this set up and be right back. All right, we're back. I got the slurry spreader all set up. We'll just turn it on real quick. And there we go with the application. It's automatically sensing. So this is working just the same as in previous versions. Getting that application rate set with the auto function. And it is reading the soil type and applying. So we should have a change in the soil type right over here. Let's just take a look at that map and see what happens. Yep, the application rate has adjusted. Looks good. All right, so it is doing exactly what we need it to do. So that is good news. We'll link up back over here. And the last feature I want to explore is the cover crop. So we'll jump out here. And let's change the field. We want to go to oilseed radish, small, and we'll do no weeds. And we don't want any other field stuff. So now we have a field of oilseed radish, and it says if we keep it covered with oilseed radish through February, we will receive a cover crop subsidy bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to February, and I'll check in with you guys then. Well, it popped up on the screen as we got into February. I grabbed a screenshot. I'll share one with you. It does also show up in our miscellaneous income as $2,034. So the cover crop subsidy works well. So it makes sense to cover your fields with oilseed radish or another cover crop over the winter, as long as you keep it in there through February. And then you can get in and plant your regular crop and also get the fertilization bonus of direct sowing over your cover crop. So that was a quick first impression video for you guys about precision farming and Farm Sim 25. Excited to have it. I see a lot of returning features that were enjoyed in previous versions. The changes between the cover crop subsidy, the ability to add tramlines at the time of planting, you know, the nitrogen system with the PWM to be able to more smoothly apply liquid fertilizer looks great as well. So overall, I think it's a great mod. Really excited to have it in my gameplay. Leave a note down below. Tell me what features you saw that you liked and excited about. Is it a returning feature? Is it a new feature? Are there things you were hoping to see that didn't come out? And, you know, hope you guys enjoy the mod. We're going to call it there for this one, but thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one.